continuing on our 4-point kneeling exercise series, we're going to now have a look at doing the donkey kick. So this challenges that 4-point kneeling position and predominantly works on your ability to control whether you lose that spinal shape or not. So if performed correctly, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, engage the shoulder girdle, make sure the elbows are nice and strong, grip the floor, neck in line, midline position of the spine, really important you focus on that for this one. And then we're going to take that breath in, breathe out and release one leg, just like we did for the lamppost kick, but this time instead of going out to the side, we're coming backwards. So it's a little bit easier because we're not changing the plane of movement here, but we're still kind of within those double yellow lines. But what we have got to work really hard on here is not letting the back do the work of the extension. So quite often what people do, they begin with a bit of hip and then that gets a bit hard. So we just use the back to go higher up. Okay, now we don't want that. And equally, I think you need to watch really carefully for if that back begins to go down to make it easier for the glutes. Don't make it easier for the glutes. They don't need any making life easy for them. We've got chairs that make life easy for glutes. So it's nice strong position, breath in, breathe out. Pull the toes to the shins, we've got a nice sort of strong energy. And then just raise the heel towards the ceiling, noting when you feel like that buttock's really engaging strongly. And you've got to keep that tailbone tucked and that tummy pulled in. So we keep this nice straight line here and at the back here. If I start to let my belly drop down, yeah, my leg's going to get higher, but that's not because my bum's working any harder. It's because I've allowed another part of my body to assist the movement. And I don't want to do that for this exercise because, again, my main purpose of this is to challenge my core. And actually, by challenging my core, I'm then going to get a great overflow, which makes my glutes work harder. So instead of spreading the load between the back and the hip, if you're cheating, what you'll get with this is you're making both muscle groups work really hard against each other, which is your sort of golden zone. So the way you can do this is just, again, to watch that breath in, breathe out, nice and strong, feel that end point and come back down. Now watch points again, you might well notice the shoulders or one shoulder beginning to drop. You may again notice that perhaps when you go onto one knee that you get that hip shift. So as you lift one leg away, you might find that your hip automatically wants to swing out to the side instead of staying nice and level. So you've got to watch for those movements, or any shoulder sway out the way as well, which then sends these shoulders into an inclination. So there is some rotation control here because we have taken a point of contact off the floor again. So we've got 3 table legs instead of 4, or 5 table legs instead of 6. So that might throw you a little bit on the side. But the main one to watch for this one is that back arching to try and assist in the movement. Brilliant exercise. Good if you want to target those bum muscles, but an excellent one if you focus on the core as well. Okay, join me for another exercise routine in another video.